not in a safe place. He was in the hospital for about 37, 38 days. We were able to find him placement. Brought him clothes, food, toiletries, and he was able to just spend some time with me in the car, private time, just remembering the good times, and I want to help him live as long as he can, and that's what my mom and dad would want. You want to do the best thing for your loved one, and sometimes you got to drive to go get there. And you can see from behind me now, we're on the expressway. This is going to be a long drive, and we're just trying to get things together for him so he can be comfortable. And one thing I learned to do is have some water in the car, have some coffee. I got some snacks, because you gotta stay awake when you're out here driving. I don't know if you guys have driven a lot on the expressway. I'm not sure of your situation, but you've gotta really make sure you are up to driving, and you're mentally and emotionally up to driving. And you can see the route we're on, and this could be a 6-hour, 8-hour, 10-hour, 24-hour drive. But I'm in the middle lane, they're on the left, they're flying by. We're just trying to take our time. We're coming off of the 4th of July. We have over 200,000 people without power. I'm trying to go real slow around the curve, take my time, do my best. And these solid lines are to discourage you from passing. Okay? If you needed to, you could. Every state is different. Okay? So before I get a lot of hates in the comments and trying to block my tea, every state is different. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first to tell you. And if I'm right, I'll be the first to tell you. There's no aha moment. I'm going to get over one lane to the left. They're hauling a boat. And I'm going to go around this curve nice and easy. Just take my time. Be smooth. We got the solid yellow on the left. And I'm going to get over one lane to the right. Take my time, trying to readjust for best practice. It looks like it's been raining almost every single day. Then we have storms, so sometimes weather can dictate your mood. I do apologize about the contrast of the video changing. I bought a ND filter, but I had it on wrong, and I shot a lot of video and it did not look good. So until I feel more confident with this ND filter, I'm going to use this device without it. I do apologize. We do have a microphone on here, so the audio is nice and crispy, and I think that helps. And I'm staying in the middle lane. That's the safe lane. And we're just going at about 70 miles an hour, staying smooth. I'm going to check my feet. We have 275 miles fuel range. This is a 2024 Equinox, and it's classified as a truck. Some people have questions about this. They do make this in a turbo version. I think this is the base package. This is a nice vehicle. I'm okay in this lane. I may change lanes. I'm gonna get over to the right lane. I like to be in open lanes. See, it's getting ready to storm again. It's been raining off and on. And it's been dry here, but it looks like it's going to be raining up here. So by me being in the right lane, I got to deal with cars, trucks merging on. But that's a choice that you'll make. I don't know why the orientation keeps rotating. I do apologize in advance. But I think when you are talking about, yep, it's storming up here. If I lose you, it's not because I'm trying to get rid of you, but it's getting ready to be a storm here. But let's talk about this. We got good windshield wiper blades. The tires are good. I'm not going to try to make sharp, sudden movements But I want you to see real life. And we're just going to keep it straight as we can, driving in the rain. And if you see water splashes, there's some potential for hydroplaning. And we're just taking our time. And it's funny how you could be driving for hours and hours and hours. You're driving through a storm, and then you're out of that storm. So we'll keep rolling through. Keep moving. I'm just trying to be careful here. And I'm watching for cars that are merging out. I'm going to be ahead of the red car so I don't have to get all nervous. And it is starting to get windy. And I'm just trying to hold everything together. Meaning not jerk the wheel left and right. And be mindful. It's definitely coming down out here. Okay. You're going to hear it. And if you go to a convenience store, you're going to pay more in price in terms of the big box. We need to get some detergent and a pill tray for my brother because he's on a lot of different medications because of his heart and kidneys. So, I'm going to keep moving. Take our time. Car did make a lane change, so I'm just trying to be smooth as possible. It's definitely tornado weather. We don't normally have that many tornadoes, but it's a natural phenomenon. See, it's not raining anymore. Isn't that weird? But these heavy clouds carry a lot of energy. I'm not a meteorologist, but they do change all the time. You can see this red Honda is pretty nice. I'm just trying to stay as smooth as possible. That's why you always have to be ready for any type of weather conditions. This car's flying. Time. This is a clover leaf, so I'm going to go in slow. Going real easy. My cousin rode her truck over. You see the marks? Yep, that's where she rode it. That's scary. So you got to go in slow to these. And this is clover leaf. Not like the actual leaf on the tree, but they're circular drives. There's one west, and there's one east, and then I have to get over one lane. Yep, see, now it's raining again. All right, and I'm scanning. Because when you're thinking about your family, you're not really focused on driving. A lot of people say they are, but I don't know how your families are. Maybe you're like 15, maybe you're 25, I don't know. But I think a lot of individuals who are just growing up, they're selfish. They think about themselves. Right around 25 or 27, you can start thinking more about your mom, your dad, your family. Family's the most important thing you're ever going to have. And I need all of you to know this. And then I'm making a choice to... All right, guys, I'm back. So, this is real life situations, real life drama. Taking care of a family member who can't take care of themselves, going to the store, getting the pinned undergarments if they have incontinence. And if you don't know what that word is, look it up. Getting them food. You can't always rely on the government assistance. And to be honest, home care is very expensive. Like, most people can't afford it. And many of you, when your parents reach a certain age, or brothers, sisters, you're like, what are we going to do with them? If you put them in a home within a couple of years, all their money's going in there, that's going to push them out. Okay? So this is deeper than many of you know. but it helps to talk to people. Um, I'm just trying to stay relaxed and keep it together because it's going to happen to all of us. If you live long enough, you won't be able to take care of yourself. A lot of you, and I'm looking at my demographics, are like 14 to maybe 37, right? But people live older than 37 years old. Most people in their 30s are probably married, have a family. Their kids are less than 10 years old. And my next demographics are that 45 to 65. And many of you are like, I can understand what you're saying, brother. But this is real life. And then, you got to get a pill tray for medications. You have to get, undergarments for incontinence. You're going to have to make sure your loved one takes a shower and bathes because no one wants to be living in their filth, right? And this is a real journey. And I think it's important that you realize I'm a real person too. I'm not just a person here just throwing up videos. Hold on. Guys, that was the call from his doctor. He's going to have some garments to handle his incontinence. We were just looking at prices. We got to get the garments for incontinence. We have to get a actual pill tray to organize his medications. This is real. And the biggest thing, a lot of you, because my viewers who are here, your biggest thing is that maybe diabetes, or maybe you're obese, you're overweight. Right now, from 0 to about 25, you're good. But if you have a poor diet, when you hit your late 20s, then you're going to start having problems, right? I try to go to the doctor every 6 months, stay on top of my health. That's really important, okay? And you got to stay on top of your health. Sorry guys, I keep getting interruptions. Because that's this doctor. So we have to get a medication tray to organize this medication. We have to get some undergarments because he has incontinence. This is real. Some of you are like, why are you even telling us this, bro? Because this is real life. And if you drive long enough, you're going to have to get stuff for your grandma, your auntie, your uncle, your mom, your dad. And this is real life. So, hey, what's up? How you doing? Where are you calling from? I'm from the Midwest. The journey was to help my brother. He just got out of the hospital. He was in there for a long time. He's now in, the proper medical care. The one who just popped in, do you drive? What is your journey? What part of the world do you live in? I'm in the Midwest. It is 7:22 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, they are. I have 4 or 5 pair. They're great. So it's all good. And then there's going to be an upgrade soon. I am in the experimental group. So we do special training. And we're able to have early access to different materials and different updates. So we have opportunity to meet other content creators who use this for incredible things. So if you have the funds and you're able to obtain these, get them. Point of view is really huge on all social media platforms. And if you're an athlete, football, basketball, track, weightlifting, you can really be immersed. And then I have another content creator. He has the Oakleys, and then another one has he does like a gamified driving simulator. So that's pretty cool too. I think it's really going to revolutionize driving, and also for people who have limited vision capabilities. The Metas, hopefully my phone won't die. I got to plug in, guys. Just stand by. For people who have limited vision, but Metas made a subscription for that. They're blind people who can use this. They can say, Meta, be my eyes. and it's really revolutionized. So it's really, I'm trying to plug in this phone so it doesn't die on me. But put in more questions. Where are you from? What part of the world are you from? Hold on, guys. Okay, the phone's now charging. So where are you from? All right. I'm from the Midwest. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. And we do, I'm not saying it's like docudrama, but we do real life long form video. I'm going from shorts to more long form. And this could be considered like a docu drama, teaching people how to drive, going through their journeys. I also have a student, her name is Brooklyn, and she has cerebral palsy. Yes, it's charging. She has cerebral palsy, and the family asked me to assist in training her. So it's a blessing for me because I really get a chance to enhance my skill sets and become a better instructor, because my dad was a double bilateral amputee, and he went through a lot of struggles, and he had hand controls on her car too. I'm not a doctor. I'm a state certified instructor, college graduate, master's in education, and then I've been doing driver's ed 24 plus. Oh man, I'm sorry guys, I unplugged the phone. I do been doing driver's education 24 plus years. I've taught about 24.79K students, and post-COVID, a lot of adults and teens don't want to drive. They're scared. They don't have the support system. They want to stay at home and rely on mom and dad. I was taught, as many of you, I'm over 30, I was taught, you know, you get your license as soon as possible, you get a job, you pay for everything you can, you're going to have your hand open for mom and dad. But everyone's different. I follow a little bit of Gary Vaynerchuk, and if you're on mom or dad's payroll, you should just be quiet and don't talk. But you shouldn't be on mom or dad's payroll. You should be trying to get out of your mom and dad's basement and work 2 jobs. If you are at home, pay a bill, help. But everyone's different because it's tougher out here today. 2 college degrees are not enough. You got to have skills. My dad was an electrician. My mom was a nurse. My dad also he worked for Ford. So his real job was basically he worked in part of the electrical department for Ford and Chrysler. And then he was a licensed electrician. Looking back, I should have got my journeyman's license, and then I could have carried on the family company, but I didn't. But he nevertheless taught my brother and I hard work, dedication. Excuse me. So you got to really set goals for you. You got to really not let things get in your way, whether it's social, emotional, relationship, because we all have been through this. And now it's my responsibility to give back and help my brother. He can't help himself right now. Our family doesn't have the ability to have him live with us. So we're trying to find the next best thing, because home care is thousands of dollars. And as people are living longer, they're going to need more home care. Those of you who are over 50 who are watching this or 60, you're like, yeah, you're right. I got to keep taking care of myself, do my core exercises, eat good. You got to eat good. You got to take care of yourself. And if you take care of yourself, you're going to be much more healthy. You're going to live a long time. You got to go to the doctor. If you need glasses, get them. If you need to have some type of surgery, get it. Health insurance is very expensive, so a lot of people are not with health insurance because it costs so much, right? Try to be safe, try to be thorough. And I think making these longer type tutorials, um, point of views, POV, real life, you learn from life, and then people will see this journey. I watch a lot of documentaries also too, and you want to see people get through those tough times. Did they make it? So the algorithm will get this out to the people who really appreciate it, who really enjoy it. And I'm the big brother in the family, first boy in the family, have all girl cousins. So my parents would want me to take care of my brother, and no one else is going to do it. So-called friends, they're there because you have money or you have something they need, but they're not there when you got to go to the hospital or your rent's due or bill is due. So it is mentally draining, but you cry sometimes, and then you pull yourself together, and you cry again and pull yourself together. But after a while, you just live in the moment and you do what you got to do. I want to show you, these are two young kids under 20, and you got to prepare, because from late teens, late 20s, everyone thinks they're going to live forever, but you got to prepare from day one. Save money if possible. Don't become a liability on your parents. Grow up as fast as possible. Treat your parents with love and dignity. Because one day they won't be here. I'm just keeping it real with you. I do have positive manifestation, but also I'm a realist, and we want to make sure we live as long as possible, eating good, healthy, and just trying to help others, because you'll be known. Man, is this a cut? So you have to help yourself, and this is why driver's education is so important to me. I'm very passionate about it, and I want to help as many people as possible. So if there are people out there, I do have an LLC, but I want to start a nonprofit to help adults and teens how to drive. So if you want to join in this, let me know. You can reach out to me. I'm going to have to go into Walmart to get some incontinence garments for my brother. I'm going to have to organize this medication. We're going to have to get some other things, because we're not done in this journey. So hopefully you learn what real life is. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I've taught over 24 years. I've taught about 26.7K students, and we're putting more content together, more long form content, so you guys can understand what real life is like. You're ripping and running. You see I'm here in the parking lot right now. I'm gonna have to run in here, deal with people, come back out. But I just want to say thank you for all of you. Consider subscribing. I'm trying different things, and just showing you how important it is that you obtain your license. So I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.